So my name is Yunnan, and I am a chef, specifically R&D chef. I've worked probably almost more than 25 years and mainly only Michelin star restaurants. One particular thing I would like to share about my experience here, which I thought was a very big key. Of course, I followed Shanna in her season of the tea production, which is artisan or handmade with the farmers. And what was really remarkable is her relationship that she's built with her particular farmers. And they're not many. She has a few very specific ones because they're very difficult to find. She spends many years on trying to locate the right person, because there are so many factors here in China where farmers do many things that are maybe easier for them, but it's not necessarily the right thing, and it's not because the farmer is bad, it's very understandable. So for Shanna to find these pure farmers who still have that tradition, who have a very clean heart and cherish these ancient tea trees and treat everything very well, is extremely difficult to find. It's like a needle in a haystack. China is a huge place. Yunnan is massive. So all that extensive work that Shanna has done to not just only also find a farmer and then leave or just order tea leaves from them. I mean, she goes every season and produces every one of her tea with the farmer together. So she will exactly check everything, how it is rolled and so on, because there are also some things where there is an exchange, there's an exchange between these very authentic tea farmers and Shanna. Shanna has so much knowledge. You can read about her history in the tea world, which is extremely knowledgeable, and she brings that also to the farmers, and not just only for the teas, but the surrounding natural areas. So she does so much work in how can I say, the plant knowledge, not just from the tea, but also all the plants surrounding the tea, to check historically if they're all still placed to support the growth of these wild tea trees. And she shares that knowledge with the farmers together, and has helped to rehabilitate some of the mountains, because these farmers are under huge pressure to easily cut down trees and things like that. So I've actually seen a whole mountain range which was preserved due to Shanna's extensive relationship with the farmer, and they trust her and even listen to her to not do the short solution of cutting everything down and then doing something else there, but instead leaving it like that, because Shanna was able to transmit that the long-term view, there will be so much more benefit, and it's not just only financial, it's just culturally for their ancestors, the new generation, because if they do that, what will they have left? So that's a really extraordinary effort that I've seen, and it's a very difficult thing to do. I mean, Shanna is one person, and she with her family is traveling, to all these points and checking everything and constantly seeing what can be done and where there is an open path, and spending. This is not something you can do overnight, so that was very extraordinary to be part of that. And Shanna spends, not just goes there and makes tea and then goes into a hotel. I mean, we lived with them. We lived on their premises with them, eating with them, cooking with them, everything, just living completely part as their family. And that was a really huge point. That is something that you can never know if the person selling you tea anywhere else if they have that extensive relationship, therefore really have that very close connection to that tree. I mean, Shannon knows all these trees individually as well, so she revisits those trees every year and checks on their well-being and on the well-being of the farmer and the family, and is supporting all of that. And then of course I want to support that too. So, and then the other thing of course that I want to mention is that I'm a chef, and I just have a very, very huge appreciation for drinking tea. Of course, I love all the philosophies. I have been in a Buddhist monastery. All the Buddhism that I have studied has a lot of origins in China, and of course it's something that I love. And now I've noticed that a lot of restaurants create this new position of tea sommelier, and I've checked a lot of these courses, and the way it is approached is maybe I felt not deep enough. Yeah, and I had the chance through Alchemist to take part of Shanna's sommelier course, and I was really surprised about the depth of cultural background that she gives. So historically, about the tea industry right now, or also all the dark side of tea, and the positive side of course as well, the health aspects, the 5 elements, all these authentic ancient knowledges that you find in the Yellow Emperor, for example, you know, all that ancient Chinese fantastic knowledge about the cosmos. All of that is all included in the course without being too difficult to grasp. So it has an incredible positive energy, this course. We had I can't remember how many people we were, but I think it was about 25. And there was not one person that didn't like the course and enjoyed it, and is still feeding off all the information that was given. Personally, all these people have been provided with very substantial, wonderful tea knowledge, and then it's up to the individual how much more do they want to learn, or how much more do they want to know, which is always possible. So the doors are always open with Shanna to extend, because she's making more additional courses that you can take. And usually I'm not a fan of online courses, but this one really worked for me, and I highly recommend to take an insight on that, because I feel that a lot of the other sommelier courses are much treated like the wine tasting world, which is not very suitable to do that with tea, or the British way of how do you say, tea blending master style things, you know. So we have many notes on this British system, where they started blending teas to suit their needs, and a lot of the tea sommelier courses, they use that system. But I feel that you can do that, but you mustn't forget about the other things which you can probably find more comprehensively explained in Shanna's course. You know, and the more we inform ourselves, it's not just about the tea. It's about so much more about the human and all these ancient knowledges from the Chinese history. So if you're missing that, I think you're really missing something with the tea. If we're just treating tea as a commodity that is, or as a beverage to drink or sell for a high price, then you're missing everything basically. So, thank you.